It's all good?
You change things there.
Yeah.
Hopefully you don't get hurt.
Yeah, seriously. No, I've been. There's sometimes when it's like that moment in Beetlejuice when they don't know that they're dead. Sometimes I worry that's happened to me. Like maybe I died back there and I'll just keep going. So yeah, let's not talk about Endgame. We'll talk around Endgame.
Yeah, let's talk around.
Well, one thing I wanted to talk with you guys about was Thanos. Can we talk about Thanos?
Yeah, sure.
Because I think...
Thanos or Thanos?
Thanos.
Okay.
Thanos, yeah. Is that an alternate pronunciation?
No, it's just a weird fan theory that's going on.
Oh, right, the Thanos thing. You're right. I was actually told to ask them about the Thanos thing. Do you guys have a reaction to that?
It's hilarious.
It's very
I want to
funny.
know who came up with it.
Yeah.
We might want to hire him as a writer on our next comedy gig.
Seriously, but yeah, I think that the whole like Thanos is right culture as well is really interesting. I know you guys are really engaged with how people react to a movie. Yeah. And so one of the things I think we didn't get in Infinity War was an ideological reaction to him, because obviously you guys are very concerned about perspective of each character, but we really only get Gamora's reaction to Thanos in like the way he's even processing the world, not just what he wants to do, but even the problems that he's addressing.
Well, listen, certainly there are things about him that are compelling, but he's still a sociopath. He still threw his daughter off a cliff, and he still killed half the universe. So, I think while that people may admire,
he had good intentions.
People may admire his, some of his personality and some of his dedication and his philosophy. Ultimately, the way he went around about it was insane.
Mm. I mean, did you feel a responsibility to counter that with the characters in this? I mean, obviously you can't tell me.
No, we try to. Yeah.
We love complicated characters. We like our heroes complicated, and we like our villains complicated. So, we think the audience, is smart enough to know the difference between what's right and wrong, and sort of like, I mean. Our job is just to create a narrative and create characters that seem relatable and excitable for whatever reason. Maybe it's because they're endearing, maybe it's because they're threatening, whatever the case may be. But Thanos is, here's the thing. Thanos is cast, like what he did cast a long shadow. I mean, it affects everybody in the universe, obviously. Mm. So moving forward from this moment with the storytelling, this is very much about how do you move forward from a moment like that? How do you move forward from an experience like that, a loss like that, and death like that? It's like, and how does a hero do those things? And I think that's very much our jumping off point.
No villain thinks they're a villain. That's where we like to look at the perspective of like, all right, well, what do they believe? I mean, we have a sort of collective idea of what we think morality is, and a villain stands outside of that. Collective notion of morality, but they're saying, "Hey, this is the center, and where you're at is incorrect." So that's what that's the picture we try to paint with our villains, is that they believe themselves to be right.
Maybe we can get a snap for distribution of resources instead.
That's right. Yes.
But what were you most focused on executing for this, in particular with Endgame? Obviously, nobody likes superlative questions, so sorry about that. But what was the hardest part to make work about this film?
For Endgame?
Yeah.
Oh, boy. It's hard to get too specific about Endgame.
I would just say, just as an ending, it's complicated. I mean, we're wrapping up the original 6 Avengers story that's been going on for 10 years and woven through 11 franchises. That was the most complicated part, was just really trying to coalesce all of that, frankly, into a 3-hour runtime, not have it go any longer.
Mm. And would you guys ever want to work on a scale like this again? Because you've gone from big to big to big to big. Obviously, your next film with Tom is going to be a bit smaller, but
that's right. Do
you want to eventually go back to a scale like this?
I mean, I think we feel very comfortable with it. We love using all the tools that cinema can provide us as storytellers and as filmmakers. So there is a part of us that loves working at this scale. We love having global ambitions with these stories so that audiences around the world can experience something collectively and have a dialogue about it collectively. So we do like working at this level. That being said, this is a specific way of working, and our next movie is going to be quite small in comparison.
Excellent. Thank you guys so much.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Pleasure. Thank you.
See you guys again.